Hello and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd give you my thoughts on the Eldar and Dark Eldar new models that have been shown off by the Warhammer community. And I know this is late for the Dark Eldar incubi, but bear with me, please. So it's just my critiques really. I mean, the Jain Zar model, she does look great in a fairly interesting pose, but at the same time, that hair is just it's too long. The Banshee's mane is what unifies the Banshee aspects. It's not about having the world's longest hair. If anyone should have the long hair in their assault troops, it's the Dark Eldar or the Druki, because they're the ones who would use their hair as a weapon to ensnare their foes. So to give Jain Zar such ridiculously long hair doesn't make sense. And again, she's in a very similar pose to the current incarnation of her model, which is from '94, and it's it's a good model, but my one issue with all the Phoenix Lord models is that they're not I get why they're meant to be the same size as the rest of the Eldar army, but they don't have any more presence than an Exarch. It's just an Exarch with two weapons, if that makes sense. It's not an actual, here, look at me, I'm actually a threat. It's a, here, I've got two weapons and they haven't. That's what makes me unique. So, Games Workshop, drop all the ostentatious embellishments on the models, because really, I'd get you wanted to lift it off the ground so it looks like she's propelling herself forward. But at the same time, I don't think that's how hair works. I don't think it works in such a way that you can lift the model off the ground, and that's going to be a major stress point on the model, in my eyes. That one little contact point on the base, yeah, it goes to the actual ruin that she's jumping over, but it's that one small contact point that does not bode well, from in my eyes anyway, for this model. And the Klaivex for the incubi, I'd be more excited if he had a much, what's I'm looking for here, organic pose. A pose where he's actually, his hands are in an actual fighting stance. It's not like, oh wait, I've just been handed this weapon, here's how I'm going to hold it. It's an actual, I know what I'm doing, here's a swing I'm making, you can't block this. Whereas the one he's got at the moment, where he's virtually horizontal, it's almost like he's trying to paddle his demi-claves through his opponents. I'd expect more of a, here, I've got a demi-clave in each hand and I'm not afraid to use them type. Not one hand forward, one hand backwards, but some form of actual combat pose, like the actual incubi, who will be holding their claves as wide apart or as close together as they want, and swinging around great 6 foot long claves. They'll have more of a natural fighting pose than the Klaivex, and that doesn't seem right, in all honesty. Yeah, he's got his legs braced, but what for? Unless there's going to be a pose which complements it, like there was with the Fulgrim and Ferrus Manus models in the Horus Heresy range. I don't see him pull this pose off. It just doesn't make sense. It's not like he's holding his demiclaves in such a way that shows that he can attack with a single hand grip for the upper clave. It's showing that he's reliant on holding the two handles fairly near the middle of each clave and it's of each half of the demiclave. And yeah, to me, it's just not selling an action pose. I'm not saying that everyone needs to have an over-the-top, exaggerated, hey, look at me, I'm a hero pose. But at the same time, the striking scorpions for the Eldar, the Incubi's natural opponents, are in a pose where you can actually imagine the biting blade, which is their two-handed equivalent for the Exarch, actually being drawn across the body of an opponent, because it's at that sort of level. It's actually suggesting something, whereas this Klaivex pose doesn't. And Jain Zar's in a pose where she's leaping forwards, or supposedly leaping forwards, but she's in her weapons just slightly out, or one's slightly outstretched, one's at full stretch, and the other one's not. It's drawn up near her head, which I get. It's looking like she's trying to throw it, but what do you want to? She should be doing something, not loads of things. So yeah, Games Workshop, if you're going to watch this, which I hope, please give more dynamicism to the squad leaders when you do these kits, so they actually look like they're doing something, not kayaking, which is how it looks in many respects. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, I will hopefully have some more models to show, and I'll do an update on the AdMech soon for those who are following. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.